We've just been talking about a few spotty chances out there, and that's really going to be the case as we take you throughout the rest of your Tuesday. Looks like the next best chance for a little bit more in the way of some scattered to even some widespread rain. We'll start to move in later this week, Thursday by Friday, but coverage out there, this is some of the latest data coming in throughout the rest of your Tuesday. Still a few spotty chances right there into some of our southern communities. That will round out the rest of our Tuesday night, getting in to our Wednesday morning. If your travels do take you farther downstate, still a slightly better chance for a few more showers and storms there as we are rounding out our Tuesday. Notice the coverage of the rain as we are going throughout Wednesday morning and even getting right here towards the lunch hour. Really not looking too impressive. So I think we're going to have some more dry hours as we're getting into the day tomorrow. That'll take us throughout the lunch hour and even getting into our Wednesday afternoon. However, by the evening hours, you do start to see some rain approaching off to the west. I think that's going to be the next system moving in and the next best chance, at least for some more scattered coverage of some rain. Anywhere you are seeing some of those yellows, oranges, and even some of the reds on the map, a few embedded thunderstorms still will be possible as we're going past midnight and then again into the day on Thursday. Even still a chance for some more rain and storms as we're getting into the day on Friday. So you might hear us say words a lot like this: chance, isolated, scattered. That's the breakdown and what we talk about, and really, as we're getting into the day tomorrow, it's going to be spotty coverage at best. A little bit more scattered in the coverage as we're getting later into the week. What I want you to pay attention to on this map is where you're seeing a lot of those reds. That's what we're calling the available moisture that we do have in the atmosphere. And as we're moving throughout the week, here we are by Thursday, notice the bullseye and where you're talking about a lot of those red and orange shadings, pretty much right over the state of Michigan. So that's going to be what we're talking about. Chances better for some rain, especially as we're getting Thursday into the day on Friday. Let's go ahead and talk about live weather stations out there right now. It is a little bit cooler, at least compared to what we were talking about from our Monday. You're still talking about some upper 70s right here into McBain, a wind out of the west right there at about 7 miles per hour. Manistee, closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline, some mid-70s for you at this hour. Current temperature sits right there at 74. And as we get to the numbers past midnight tonight, a little bit more of a spread depending on where you're located. Farther north, you could even dip into the 40s as you're going into the eastern UP, south of the Mackinac Bridge, 50s, and then into some of our central counties. Still could hold on to a few low 60s. So a little bit more of the spread of the numbers as we're getting into the overnight period tonight. Eastern upper tip of the mid, your temperatures for tomorrow, a lot of us back into the 70s by the afternoon. I think most of us will have some dry time, especially as we're going throughout Wednesday morning into the afternoon. From the west by the evening, a better chance for some showers. So we'll call it spotty at best. I think, again, we've got some more dry time to work with, even as you're going south of the Mackinac Bridge. Temperatures here, 70s, could even include a few low 80s, but no more 90s, at least anytime soon. It's going to be a little bit closer to average for this time of year. Eastern lower, there's a look at your numbers. Still some mid to even some upper 70s, especially as you're going farther inland. Wind's not going to be terribly strong from the east-northeast, anywhere from around 5 to 10. Could even have some numbers back near 15 miles per hour. Same deal in the central lower, upper 70s, near 80 degrees. That spotty chance at best. We'll talk about our better rain chances moving in with that next system later Wednesday night, getting into the day on Thursday. Let's go ahead and talk about the next 7 days as we are going into the rest of the upcoming week. Here's a look at it. That better chance for some rain and storms will return as we're going Thursday into the day on Friday. Temperatures pretty comfortable, we'll call it that. Not as humid throughout the rest of the week, David, and some dry time coming in for your weekend.